Oh, really? Like I'm a part of abuse already.
Exactly, like, and I recognize that as well. It's like, oh, I'm paying for these things. I'm causing this abuse.
I'm causing the
But
abuse.
by
I totally
abstaining
realized
from
it. Like I'm having goosebumps now.
Excuse me. What do you think of this question?
Sorry, come again.
I'm doing short interviews with people asking about their thoughts on this question.
Okay, is
So-
animal abuse justified if used as pleasure? Not at all. Never
at all?
justified.
I absolutely
Whether
agree.
it gives pleasure or not.
Can I ask you, when you see the word pleasure, what types of pleasure do you think aren't justified?
Like any kind of pleasures. It can be like they are getting tanned or tamed for that, or they are being slaughtered. Any kind of abuse to give us like a pleasure to our table or to us, it's not acceptable.
Absolutely agree. Can I ask you, are you vegan? Do you consume any animal products?
No, not at all animal products, but I'm a vegetarian.
Okay, so dairy or eggs?
Yeah, not eggs also. No eggs.
Not eggs. Okay,
Dairy products I do use, unfortunately.
Do you think there's animal abuse or animal exploitation happening to dairy cows?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Do you know
it
how
includes
dairy
it.
cows produce milk? Like why that is?
Dairy cows, okay, because when there is ranch and all,
Well, like next week you don't have class, right?
like they are artificially,
Artificially inseminated?
inseminated
Yeah.
and everything,
Yeah.
and they do have the calves, and after that only they can produce the milk.
Exactly.
So that is artificial thing. So
Yeah.
I agree it's an abuse. It's a kind of
So it's
abuse
kind of
only.
abuse?
It's a kind of abuse only.
Do you think maybe the pleasure you get from consuming milk is justified for the abuse that happens to the dairy cows?
No.
I'd agree. Have you considered cutting out milk?
No.
No? Well, because if you agree that maybe it isn't justified for the pleasure you get, are there any other reasons why you think it is justified?
It's not justified at all. Or rather, why I am drinking the milk still continue, like it's been like we are doing from like long time, and it's been just continued. I'm still not vegan kind of thing. I'm vegetarian, but yeah, obviously milk is a part of abuse. I agree to it. I
Yeah,
agree
so like
to it.
veganism is an ideology which says like any forms of abuse isn't justified. So it could be like eating the flesh, the dairy, the eggs, or wearing the animal, using it for testing, for
Yeah,
things like that.
exactly.
So yeah, would you agree like animals deserve rights and shouldn't be exploited by humans?
Yeah, exactly. They do, have their own rights and all, but still, they come under the cycle, like the cycle of like being. I am not getting the particular word.
Like circle of life, do you mean?
Yeah, the life cycle where like every other animal is dependent on the other one.
Right.
So we are on the top of the chain, being the human. So that's how it has been continued. But now that it has, turned into a pleasure kind of thing, the word that you used here. So slaughtering them, abusing them, that's not totally justified.
Yeah, yeah, and like you say about like this, maybe the circle of life or like the life hierarchy.
Yeah.
Do you think that humans are like morally superior to other animals?
It's not morally superior. It's just made superior wise, just to control the population of everything. Okay, if you like, I'm just giving an example. If the fishing is not being done, then the oceans and rivers will be like flooded with fishes. So obviously, you are having a certain hierarchy as a human, but it doesn't go to the level extent of an abuse to anything.
Okay, like with the fish, if they weren't being overfished, then I don't think they'd
Yeah,
like
it should not be
overwhelm the
overfished also, because it's going to affect the cycle again.
Yeah.
The climate and everything is being affected because of that only. The overfishing that is being done in the oceans, and the killing of whales and sharks and whatever fishes are there. So that is affecting our climate too.
Yeah.
So like nothing should be over.
Would you agree? See, we have maybe more power or more influence than other animals. But do you
Yeah.
think maybe so with that power, instead of like controlling and having dominion over other animals, we should instead protect them and have stewardship?
Yeah, I would agree to the later one. It should not be like we should be having a power on something, but it should be like we should consider everything equally, and it should go on a range only. So we should consider them and protect them, especially whichever are extincting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask, from this conversation, do you think you'll cut out dairy as well, as you recognise
I'm
that that's
questioning
animal
myself
abuse?
for that now. Like I said it, then I was like, oh really? Like I'm a part of abuse already.
Exactly, like, and I recognise that as well. It's like, oh, I'm paying for these things. I'm causing this abuse.
I'm causing the
But
abuse.
by
I totally
abstaining
realized
from
it. Like I'm having goosebumps now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't want to make you feel guilty, but I think sometimes guilt can be a powerful motivator for change.
Yes, exactly.
And for me, it was as well. And then when I recognized that, I moved towards going vegan because I think vegetarianism was a really useful step for me. But ultimately, veganism for the
Because
animals
the
is
same
what
thing
made
happened
one.
to me. I was a non-veg because like I come from a family where non-veg is like too much accepted.
Yeah.
But when I saw the slaughterhouse and everything, so I turned myself into vegetarian. But yeah, the milk is again a point. Oh, sure, I'll surely look into that vegan part.
Oh, fantastic. And I recommend a resource called Challenge 22.
Okay.
And they give you 22 days worth of meal suggestions.
Okay.
And it's all like whole foods, plant-based stuff. So it's really healthy and it's also cheaper. So it's
Okay.
Challenge 22. And they've also got free nutritionists.
Is it?
Yeah, so if you're not sure about how to get your dietary requirements, say if you're cutting out milk, how to get like replacements.
I would love to. I'd love to know
They
more
give you
about
suggestions.
that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for the conversation.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Have a great
Yeah.
day.
You too.
See you later. Please hit the like button, subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified when videos go up every Thursday. If you want to watch another conversation, here are a couple of options. And if you want to support my activism, there's a link on my profile to a page where you can buy me a coffee and donate money to an animal sanctuary. Thanks. Amber.